All right, Juan, we're going to get into these Kings at the Table Week 4 power rankings.
Yes, sir.
We got it right here.
Ain't it cool? It's hella dope.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I like how we did it this year, especially how we're doing it like in the tiers.
For sure.
Because we tried doing this yesterday, man, and it's really hard to do the whole rankings throughout the whole league.
1 through 32 rankings.
Bro,
I mean,
it was too hard.
we can do it, but it's gonna take time.
Oh, yeah,
like
for
you're
sure.
talking
A lot of time.
multiple, 4 or 5 hours the way we go at it.
Yeah, I know, because it's always like, well, yeah, but X, Y, and Z,
Yeah.
they beat them, and then it could just go.
But
forever.
what we did in the prior episodes is we always said we see the NFL in 3 tiers.
For sure.
There's other pages that break down the NFL in 5 tiers, and it's
Yeah.
like y'all doing a little too much.
Right now, this is because it's so early in the season.
Yeah.
I mean, it's easier to do it this way. Maybe about mid-season is when you're really going to find out who is what and, where they actually belong as far as rankings. And
For
tiers.
sure. Now let's get into the, what you think about that top tier. Now let's start with the bottom.
The bottom one.
The bottom, only because the top one,
I mean, that one's easy one to break down.
yeah, not easy, but it's
Yeah.
gonna get real with that one.
Oh, yeah. That was, oh, yeah. I
You
know
see what I'm
you're
saying?
talking
Now
about,
let's take the bottom one. You got the Panthers, the Bears, the Broncos, the Bengals, the Cardinals, the Raiders, the Vikings, the Patriots, and the Giants.
Steelers should be there, too.
Yeah, they're on the cusp.
Yeah. They're basically almost there. They're like 1 foot in. Anyways, but right now, the teams that we have at the bottom, I mean, man, it's not going the right way for them this year.
Yeah, it's like those teams need a little bit of help.
Some teams need a little bit more than others.
More,
sure.
yeah. Let's not say a little bit. Yeah, they need help.
They all need help.
Yeah, they need help. And
Whether it's due to injuries, play calling coaches, you know what I mean? Like
players,
Exactly.
injuries.
Yep. All that stuff takes into account.
But let's just get into it, Juan. I mean, we were just saying it would be a good game to see maybe the Bengals versus the Raiders,
That'd be a good game.
right?
Yeah. I mean, that would be a competitive game.
Yeah.
That would be a good ass game. And the other one, the other one that we talked about, that would be a pretty good one. I think we said it was the Patriots and the Giants.
That would be good.
That'd be a hella good game because both these guys, they all want to win. It's
Well,
not
I
like
mean, you could even throw in the Bears with the let's just say the Bears and Cardinals.
that'd be a good game.
You see?
Joshua Dobbs versus Justin Fields.
But what happens is with other tiers is they put the Panthers and the Bears by themselves. It's like, yeah, they're by themselves, but again, these other teams fall with them too.
Yeah, they're still competing out there. They're still trying.
Hell yeah.
But all these teams are kind of the same. All these teams, if they played each other, all those games would be competitive. I can't see one team hella blowing out the other.
You
team.
can't be like, oh, that's a for sure win.
Yeah, no, not right now. None of those teams.
Let me ask you this. Who do you see, let's just say one team for now, could crack the tier 2 before any other one does?
Who gets over the hump? Let's say. I'm gonna go ahead and say maybe.
That's a tough one, huh?
That is a tough one. I'd have to probably go with like the Cardinals.
Cardinals, huh?
Cardinals, maybe.
I would lean towards the Vikings.
It's so hard to make them to move up, though. I just feel like whenever I'm seeing something about the Vikings, looking into them, it's just kind of like, bro, they can't get nothing together. They look lost offensively. I mean,
They're putting up numbers. There's more to the defense. They're putting up numbers. Kirk Cousins and Jefferson are killing it in fantasy, and
yeah.
Hawkinson.
but I mean, it just I don't know.
You got Cardinals that
I
would
think
trend
the
up more.
Cardinals.
That's
I think they
crazy
can get
because
up
you
there.
got them.
I had
versus
them
Georgia.
losing to Georgia, and they still lose to Georgia.
Yeah, for sure. Let's get into that second tier, though. This
Second tier is the fun one, bro, because we literally sat there and we could not figure out, like, okay, put them here. No, we got to move them here. No. Damn, that was a hella hard one to try to figure out how to.
Yeah, well, who's on the tier, man?
I mean, you got the Buccaneers, right? And then you also got the Chargers, the Packers, the Rams, the Washington Commanders, the Houston Texans, the Pittsburgh Steelers, the Falcons, the Browns,
Come
the
on.
Jaguars,
The Titans,
the
the
Titans,
Saints,
Saints.
Jets,
the
and you
Jets.
forgot the Colts.
Oh, snap, and the Colts.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a really all those teams are the same, kind of like, well, not the same, but
In that tier.
yeah, they're in their tier. These are like, this is that next level, man.
This is like, you're close. Some teams are close to potentially eventually cracking the 1. and then there's a lot of them that are potentially cracking
to the unders.
to the underdogs.
But you know, and there's some teams that like, man, they're like one piece away, or they just got one more little thing to figure out, and then they're getting there. Like the Rams, they're a team that, man, they're almost that good to be up at the top, but they're just not all the way there ready yet.
yeah, I got the Commanders that are almost there.
Yeah,
You know, they
especially
lost
that
to
game.
some. That Eagles game was close,
Man.
and I think they got something special. I've said it before, but it's gonna take some time. So I could see them cracking it.
Yeah, for sure. Them,
How about the Texans, bro?
the Texans are trending up.
I got this little stat here for C.J. Stroud. He's the highest passing rating versus man coverage in the NFL. He's number one. Number two is Richardson, the other rookie. Then you got Kirk Cousins and Josh Allen. So they're not
Damn.
scared to throw it to one-on-one coverage.
That's
Man
a
on
lot of
man.
confidence.
Confidence for a rookie.
Hell yeah, and he's doing it better than, you know, the two guys that are usually at the top of the well, not Kirk Cousins, but like Josh
Allen.
He's killing it right now. He's definitely up there, but for sure them, you know, like the Jets, they're kind of like, I don't know, man.
If they could pull off some wins together, they could,
they should
make some noise.
Yeah, for sure. But then again, going back to like the rookie thing, you know, the Colts are kind of cool, man.
Yeah.
They're looking all right.
Well, Richardson, he's looking nice. You got they're talking about Jonathan Taylor's out there practicing now, so I don't know
He's
if they're
supposed
gonna.
to, I think, might be back either maybe this week or next week.
Well, he's practicing.
Yeah.
So they don't know if he's gonna actually play with them. That's the
Oh,
question.
yeah.
So we'll see with that. But yeah, I mean that's a cool little tier.
Yeah, definitely. That was just as interesting as the under ones.
Now let's get into the big dogs, man.
The top dogs,
The
oh,
contenders,
the ones who look like they're all the way ready to go.
the ones that you wish you were a fan of right now.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying?
At least sitting at the top.
Yeah, that's a nice little tier they got there, man.
I mean, the Seahawks, Cowboys, Ravens, Lions, Chiefs, Dolphins, Bills, Eagles, and the Niners. Those are the heavyweights, bro.
Yeah.
And man, they're all legit, dude. It's been a long time, actually, not even a long time. I've never seen the Lions up there like that.
No, hell no, you haven't.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Shout out to the Detroit Lions, bro.
Lions
They're
look
doing
real.
it.
For sure they are.
Hell yeah.
One thing I got to say, though, is based on this tier, right? Because a lot of people would probably say the Eagles and Niners deserve their own tier because they're undefeated and maybe because they are pretty dominant.
Yeah.
But the way we looked at it was like, okay, by putting them in the same tier as, let's say, the Seahawks, the Lions, and the Cowboys, right?
Right?
If the Cowboys, Seahawks, or Lions were to beat the Eagles, we wouldn't be shocked,
No.
right?
No, it'd be interesting to see.
Correct.
But it wouldn't be a shock like, damn.
How the hell
I
that
mean,
happened?
Yeah, it wouldn't be like, no way, what the hell? You know, it wouldn't be one of those. It'd be like, damn, that must have been a good game.
Right?
Yeah.
So that's what puts these teams up in the tier with the same as the Niners and Eagles,
Yeah.
right? That's how we came down to
Yeah.
it. But let's just crack down real quick top five because we got it in order there.
Yeah. That's a definite solid top five.
We
Number-
did Niners 1,
Eagles at the 2,
Bills 3,
and Dolphins at the 4.
and Chiefs 5.
Hey.
That's a tough way to break down from like 3 to 5
Yeah.
because you got the Lions and the Ravens
They all have the same record.
and the Cowboys and the Seahawks,
They all have the same record.
and you could flip flop however you want.
Yeah.
But
I think for sure you can like narrow it down to that top 3 is a solid way. But then after that, that's where it kind of gets a little bit hard for me.
yes and no, because you can kind of say, you know, there's some people that would argue that the Chiefs deserve the 3 spot over the Bills.
I mean, yes and no, but
I got
not
Bills.
the way the Bills are playing right now, dude. That offense and everything, how they're just shutting people down, not even scoring on.
I think it's more of the more impressive win they have against the Dolphins,
Yeah,
right?
I mean that has something to do with it too. But I mean, look what they did the week before, and the week before that.
Now,
They lit up every. I don't think other than the Dolphins, but I don't think anybody scored over more than 3 points besides the Jets beating them week 1.
oh, okay.
Oh,
You're
that's
saying as
only
far
other
as,
2 games. That's only 2 games.
yeah, exactly. It's still early.
But yeah, but I mean, still, like to shut down the team to 3 points.
Yeah, definitely. The defense is looking a lot better than people were expecting
Yeah, for sure. I didn't think it was going to be that good.
without Von Miller.
Yeah.
But they did lose the Darius White. No,
yes.
what's his? I forgot his name. Damn, but White.
Yeah.
DB.
Damn, yeah, I know you're talking about 24.
Yep. But the Lions, they're there at 6, and
I mean, that's a hard one to put too because remember, are they better than the Ravens? Are they better than the Cowboys? Better than the Seahawks?
because the Seahawks beat the Lions.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Then do you put them over? You slide them back one. You know what I mean? That tier is hella tough.
For sure. But Juan, let's just say from those top tiers, who can you see crack the top 3 that are not there right now? Or can you see the Seahawks, Cowboys, Ravens, or Lions crack the top 3?
Ooh. Well, definitely coming up this week, we got the big heavyweight game, the Niners and the Cowboys.
Oh yeah.
I mean, if the Cowboys pull that one off,
Oof. That would.
So would that shoot the Cowboys to number 1?
I don't know because they're going to say the Eagles are undefeated.
Well,
but that win would be hella impressive, and it should jump them up to for sure top 3. There you go. So you could definitely see them.
Yeah, that one.
But what if they
that one
lose
happens,
and they get dominated? They're gonna maybe get cracked out of the top tier.
that would hurt their chances to stay in that top tier. And then definitely if somebody from that lower tier gets a good win, they might move up.
So
Depending on how that one goes.
That's a big game.
Yeah, for them it definitely. Or let's just say that game goes all the way down to the wire, and let's say they lose. Let's say by
Even a
field goal at the
touchdown
end,
or
a field goal or something. But they made it that game. They made the Niners earn that win. Then
They start moving
I
up.
think they stay up there.
Oh, for
Definitely,
sure.
because you can see
Yeah.
somebody who actually hung with the Niners.
Definitely.
But I mean, that would go in the other case. Also going with like the Eagles. The Eagles haven't been looking that great, and the Commanders almost had them that game, man.
Yeah, I did say they were about the same. I said I see them the same, and they went to overtime.
Yeah,
That's the same team.
That's what I'm saying. So now, what would have happened if
If Commanders won
the
and they
Commanders
lost,
won?
Commanders would have been top tier.
They would have been in the top, but would the Eagles have stayed at the top too?
No, hell no.
So they would drop down to the mids.
I don't know how far they would have fell. How far do you think they would have fell?
They might have moved to the end of the line,
That far?
depending on it. Well, no, maybe not that far.
No, yeah, that's
They were like 5.
five. Okay, yeah. So you would have moved the Bills up, the Dolphins and the Chiefs up.
Yep.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Depending on how some of these games win.
Yeah, I would have kept them at 3. They would have went down 1 because that game was so close.
Okay. Yeah,
see?
that kind of makes sense too.
But the Commanders would have cracked it, and I don't know who
Would
would
the
have got kicked out
Commanders
though.
would the Commanders have gone to 4? Or would you move them to 5? They did just beat the undefeated Eagles. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's so many things that could have happened. Or that
Exactly.
can happen soon. So, like, just to see how much this tier is going to be changing,
But-
especially, like, throughout the season, that's going to be crazy.
Yeah, I know. But I like how we broke it down, man. We
Oh,
did
yeah.
really good on our tier 1. I like that tier 1.
Yeah.
And I think the Ravens could definitely crack that top 5. They should be undefeated. They lost to the Colts on some bullshit.
Oh, yeah, pass interference.
The pass interference, they would be
Which was
undefeated.
hella obvious.
Yeah.
So, I
So-
mean, they would have been up higher.
You know?
Way obviously. They would have probably been 3.
The Chiefs lost to the Lions because they didn't have Chris Jones or
Kelsey.
Kelsey, and, they would have been undefeated.
Yeah, that too.
You see, this is a nice tier, man.
Or imagine if the Lions never lost to
The Chiefs.
No, the
No,
Lions never lost to
to
the
Seahawks.
Seahawks.
Yeah.
In that overtime game. You know what I mean? They would have been
Top
they would have
3.
been undefeated. They would have been up at top. So, definitely that top tier is dope, man. That was well put together top tier, I think.
Hell yeah. All right, man. I think that covers our power rankings or our tiers.
Our
for
tiers.
The first quarter.
Oh yeah, for sure.
All right, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. Make sure y'all comment. Let us know what you guys disagree or agree on.
Do you feel like your team is in that right stage?
Yeah, that too.
Let us know what you guys think in the comments.
All right, y'all. Gone.
See ya.